Let's do an upper body somatic workout. So getting my core set here by turning and tucking my rib cage down, making sure it's stacked over my pelvis, pulling my belly button in so I have a really strong core here, because I like to sit on the bench like this just so I can focus on elongating my spine, sitting really tall as I'm doing this movement. Now this is what I call a dumbbell trap curl. So using our biceps at the top there to kind of curl in the dumbbell close to our body. You're pulling the dumbbells alongside the side of your body and you're squeezing your traps at the top as well. It's kind of a weird movement, but I call this a DB trap curl. So using a little bit of your biceps, your upper trap, and just dragging it upward alongside your body. Now we're going to do some seated lateral raise, again elongating our spine, sitting really tall, showing you here how I'm tucking my shoulder blades down before I'm doing this movement. And that's how you want to perform this movement. Shoulder blades into your spine, tucked inward as you're raising the dumbbells at your side, keeping a really strong core here as per usual, so that is your support system, keeping that belly button turned in, keeping your rib cage stacked over your pelvis, and we're just raising to just above our shoulders. We're going to superset this movement. This is the last movement in this 3 exercise superset, getting our core set, pulling that belly button in, stacking our rib cage over our pelvis, and sitting really tall. We're doing a double overhead tricep extension here, and how you want your arms to be. So when your rib cage is stacked over your pelvis, when you're doing an overhead tricep extension, your elbows are going to be a little bit more forward by your face. We want to go down all the way so we get that full extension from our tricep and really squeeze your tricep at the top of that movement. Now we're starting our next superset with heavier dumbbell overhead tricep extension. So get that core set, get that rib cage pulled down, really pull that belly button in and hold a strong core as you're working with this heavier dumbbell. This requires a lot of core strength to keep that rib cage turned down. So focus on keeping that strong core when you're working with this heavier dumbbell, and just focus on squeezing your tricep at the top of that movement. The next 2 exercises in this superset are 2 different types of rear delt flies. This first one, I'm getting my shoulders set into my traps and my rhomboids, keeping those muscles squeezed at the top while I'm doing this fly. So this one really focuses on the rear delt as you're holding that like trap hold in the middle there. You can see the middle of my back. I'm flexed. I'm holding those muscles together as I'm flying. I'm not letting my shoulders extend forward in this fly at all. So this one is really heavily focusing on doing the reps with the rear delt mostly. This next fly is going to be more of an extended fly to start. So you can see I'm extending my shoulder blades forward, and then I'm going into that fly, squeezing up. So this one is going to actually do reps with my traps and my rhomboid muscles in the middle of my back and shoulder blades, as well as those rear delts. So combining these movements, the first one's really focused on repping with the rear delts. This one's focused on repping with your entire upper back. So extend those shoulders forward, come up, squeeze all those muscles together in your upper back so that you're hitting them all together. Next superset, we're working with some lat pull downs to start. So we're doing single arm, we're extending at the top, and we're pulling down with our shoulder blade tucked in. So pull that elbow down, keep your core really strong. You'll notice that my rib cage is stacked over my pelvis here. I have my left leg up, and I'm kneeling on my right leg so that there's room for me to stretch open and pull down. We're going to do 10 reps just pulling down like that, and then we're going to move into a rotation pull down. So with this one, you're going to extend your arm at the top, and when you're pulling down, you're rotating your core just a little bit, and you're pinching your elbow down so that you're really getting this tight lat pinch at your side in this rotation, this lat rotation pull down. So stretch at the top, pull elbow down, turn your core slightly, pinch your elbow down at your hip. It's kind of behind your hip when you're in this rotation, but it requires a lot of strength to pinch that down in the rotation. So we're doing 10 reps with these straight on, extended at the top lat pull downs, and we're doing 10 reps of the rotational pull downs. We're doing those back to back. So doing our other arm here, again, stretching at the top, keeping that strong core as you're pulling down, just keeping everything straight on focused so that there is no rotation here. You're not putting any extra effort into pulling it down. You're using a weight that you can control doing both of these movements back to back. So for these pull downs, it's going to be a pretty light weight. You're not going to use a weight that you would just do 10 plain reps on a single arm. Because we're doing 20 reps here, work with a weight that you can control, especially because these rotational ones are more difficult. And if you don't have the strength, you're not going to be able to do this rotation piece. So play around with lighter weight, making sure that you look controlled during both of these movements. You're in control of the weight, and you should be feeling a burn by the end of doing 20 reps of those. Supersetting that with 2 types of high rear delt pulls. We're going to start by doing this slightly turned anti-rotational high pull here. So get that rib cage stacked, get that belly button pulled in, be standing in that proper posture. Then you're turning your upper body slightly towards the machine that you're pulling from so that your upper body is kind of at a 45-degree angle from the point that you're pulling from. And then we're going to superset that with 10 reps of full rotational pulls now. So pulling across your upper body and then rotating your shoulders and your core so that you're aligning with your ribs, hips, feet, everything together facing straight on, and pulling that rear delt into your shoulder blade in this rotational high pull. All of these exercises are meant to help you be very intentional with your posture, your core engagement, and how you're directing your body. So I hope you enjoyed this upper body somatic workout. Thank you for watching, and come back for more.